network cable management. Conquer the chaos. Hey everybody, Prove here. Nobody likes a tangled mess of cables, but a clean, organized network setup, that's the mark of a true professional. Welcome to our guide on effective network cable management. Let's dive in.
All right, before you even think about touching a single cable, we need a game plan. Pinpoint your router's location, that's your network's central hub. Then mark where your switches, computers, printers, basically anything that needs a network connection will be. Visualize how the cables will run between them. Think about using walls, ceilings, or even underfloor raceways to keep things tidy. Measure those distances, nothing worse than coming up short with a cable. And while you're at it, grab a permanent marker and start labeling those cables on both ends.
Okay, time to talk cables. And no, not all cables are created equal. We're going for speed, reliability, and minimal signal loss, which means investing in quality Ethernet cables. Cat6 is a good starting point, but if you really want to future-proof your network, Cat6a or even Cat7 are the way to go. Keep it short, keep it sweet, keep it fast.
Alright, it's time to unleash the secret weapons of cable management. Zip ties, Velcro straps, cable clips, and my personal favorite, cable sleeves. Use zip ties to bundle those cables together, but don't over-tighten. Velcro straps are a more forgiving option, especially if you're constantly adding or removing cables. Cable clips are lifesavers when it comes to routing cables along walls, under desks, or even behind furniture. They keep those cables off the floor and away from foot traffic. For the ultimate clean look, thread those bundled cables through cable sleeves.
Chapter 4. Power versus data. Keep them separated. Running them side by side is just asking for electromagnetic interference, which can wreak havoc on your network speeds. Keep those power cables separated, ideally in dedicated cable trays or raceways. If they absolutely must cross paths, do it at a 90-degree angle to minimize interference.
Chapter 5. Less is more. Minimizing cable lengths. When it comes to cable length, shorter is always better. Extra length means more potential for tangles, clutter, and signal loss, so resist the urge to overestimate. If you absolutely must deal with extra length, loop it loosely or use a cable management solution to keep it contained. Don't coil those excess cables.
Chapter 6. Patch panels, your network's control center. If you're dealing with a larger network setup, things can get a bit more intense. That's where patch panels come in. Instead of plugging devices directly into your router or switch, you connect them to the patch panel, which then connects to your network central hub. This makes it way easier to add, remove, or reconfigure connections without having to crawl behind your desk every time. Use different colored cables for different types of connections like data, voice, or security.
Chapter 7. Bend it like Prove. Maintaining proper bend radius. Ethernet cables might seem tough, but they're actually quite delicate, especially when it comes to bending. Every cable has a specified bend radius, which is the tightest you can bend it without causing damage. Use cable supports like J-hooks, brackets, or simple cable ties to guide your cables around corners and keep those bend radiuses in check.
Just like any other part of your tech setup, your network cables need a little TLC every now and then. Dust, dirt, even pet hair can accumulate over time, potentially causing performance issues. Grab a can of compressed air and give those cables a good blast every few months. Check for any signs of wear and tear and replace damaged cables.
Loose connections are the bane of any network's existence. They can cause intermittent connectivity issues, slow down your speeds, and generally make your life a living nightmare. Make sure cables are properly seated and clicked into place. Use strain relief boots or clips to prevent damage and ensure a solid connection.
All right, last but not least, it's time to channel your inner architect and document your masterpiece. Create a visual representation of your network, marking down where each cable runs and what it connects to. Label everything: cables, ports, devices. The more information you have readily available, the easier it will be to manage your network down the line.
And there you have it, folks. You've officially conquered the chaos and mastered the art of network cable management. Remember, a clean setup not only looks great but also improves network performance and makes troubleshooting a breeze. So, go forth, organize those cables, and enjoy the peace of mind that comes with a well-managed network. If you found these tips helpful, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more awesome tech content. Need more personalized help? Call or WhatsApp 1-868-786-4711. Until next time, keep those cables tidy and stay connected.